Hello everybody, it's Angelic Cipher with another episode of CV's Deciphered, and today we're talking about the 3-point commander's skill, Pyrotechnician. Pyrotechnician, as it states, increases your fire damage. Or rather increases your fire percentage chance, so 1% on rockets and 5% on bombs. This is obviously going to be on HE, not AP, so where do you not use this skill? Germans. Don't bother using this on the Germans because, well, they don't have any ordnance on planes that will actually start fires, and this does your guns for the secondary batteries no good. So, um, another place that you would argue is probably not a good use of this is the Japanese tech tree, because the only thing that can start fires is rockets. So where do you use this? Well, you can make an argument for using it on something like Midway. I'm going to show you why I don't. Because Midway itself, yeah, again, 1% and 5%. My Bearcats, as it stand, have a 34% chance per rocket. I get 3 rockets in the payload, and there's a total of 9 rockets that are get fired per flight. So 34% chance over 9 rockets, I'm probably getting a fire. But the bombs is kind of the big one. They already have a 66% chance of starting fires. Add this onto it, it gives me 5%. So that would put me over 70, what is that? 71% chance. You're dropping 2 bombs per plane at 3 planes. That's 6 bombs at 71. You're overkilling. You've basically completely destroyed the min-max ability. So I'm probably getting a lot of diminishing returns using this on something like the Midway. Whereas if we look at something like the Audacious, the Brits are known to live on their fires and floods. So that 1% and 5%, I do use it here because it brings me to 10% on my rockets and 41% on my bombs, which I was at 35 before. So this really does help. I've also got flags equipped at the moment, but again, this really does help to raise those percentages. Now, when it doesn't sound like 41% is a whole lot, but when you consider the fact that you're dropping 6 bombs off of 3 planes each, that's 18 bombs. The likelihood I'm getting a fire is pretty high. So this is, if you really want to play with dot damage, if the dot damage is helpful to you, it's obviously fires, because there's nothing in here that affects floods, this is a godsend skill. This also works great on things like the Essex, for instance. So play with that. If you're finding yourself setting a lot of fires without this, I wouldn't necessarily bother. If you decide that your damage might be a little anemic and you need more fire or flood damage, start investing into flags and stuff like that to help your fire and flood damage, and the Pyrotechnician is definitely going to go a long way to help you out with that. Anyway, I hope this helps. My name is Angelic Cipher, and this is CV's Deciphered.